Should children financially support their aging parents? If you asked this question in the 80s or 90s in a third world country, you would probably be crucified in flames. In the past, most people, particularly adults and seniors, believe that children must financially support their parents as soon as they can earn money. They consider it as payment for all their sacrifices. If you don't do it, you would be labeled disrespectful and ungrateful, which, back then, was akin to being disowned. Some parents tell their children not to worry about them when they get old but eventually ask for support anyway. It has been commonplace and well accepted for so long that no one ever dares to dispute or defy it. But things are changing. The newer generations already know how to think and decide more critically. They don't just do what they're told or go with the flow. They objectively analyze and evaluate situations to make rational decisions. Unlike before, when there's only one way to address this elephant in the room, we'll get different responses today. And it's a good thing because it means we're more open to looking at things from different perspectives. Let me share my thoughts, and let's see if they match or differ from yours. Let me know your opinion in your comments so we can have an intelligent and respectful discussion. But before I continue, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to get updates on my next uploads. Also, if there are particular topics you want me to discuss in my next video, feel free to share them in the comments section as well. Now, let's go back to our topic. Should children financially support their aging parents? For me, the most accurate answer is no, they shouldn't. Just because your parents fed, clothed, and raised you doesn't mean you are obliged to pay them back. The culture of supporting parents in their senior years as a child's obligation comes from the false yet unchallenged idea that life is a gift. We've always been told that life is a gift from God and must be cherished. I have bad news for you. No, life is not a gift. I don't know about you, but unless you are born into a wealthy family and have everything you need to live comfortably and secure your future, life sucks. This idea only applies to about 30% of the population. The rest have to work their asses off to survive. Do you know how many homeless people there are in the world right now? Around 1.6 billion. That's more than the population of the US and the entire continent of Africa combined. That's how difficult life is. Also, you didn't choose to be born. Your parents did. You were minding your own business in another world, a place where you don't get tired, hungry, and sad, and then suddenly, some couple from a third world country decided to create you. Then, as you grow up, this same couple keeps telling you that you should be grateful to them for giving you the gift of life. Life is not a gift, and you don't owe it to anyone. If anything, your parents owe you for bringing you into this miserable world. You don't have any obligation to them. Instead, they are the ones who have an obligation to you. They are responsible for feeding you, giving you proper education, putting you in a comfortable and safe home, and protecting you. That's the least they can do to make up for dragging you into their mess. And when you finally become independent, leaving home and relieving them from their parental duty is your best gift to them. They should even thank you for that. Because even if it's your right as their child to stay at home and continue getting support from them for the rest of your life, you choose to let them off the hook in your 20s. It may sound cruel, but it's the truth. That's the proper setup of things in your life. Society only feeds you with irrational ideas so they can avoid their responsibility to you. Having said that, we should also ask another essential question. Do you want to support your parents? Just because it's not your obligation to financially support your aging parents doesn't mean you can't do it. No one's preventing you from doing that. You have a choice to do it, and it would be nice of you to make that choice. Support your parents because you want to, not because you have to. It's called compassion for another human being. Yes, I get it, it's not your fault you were born into this miserable, dangerous world. Yes, it's your parents' fault. But, you can choose to forgive them for that and accept them as part of your life. That's what family is about. A bond not confined and defined by blood or duty. Do you know what damage the idea that life is a gift has done to society? It created a world full of children who only care for their parents out of obligation. While there are those who do it sincerely, a vast majority do it without an ounce of compassion. Some even hate it, but they do it anyway because they've been told their whole life it's their job, and they don't want to be called ungrateful. Their gesture looks nice on the surface, but rotten deep down. If only we viewed parenthood this way, we would have had more responsible parents. No couples would decide to have kids unless they are absolutely sure they won't need their kids to support them in their retirement. No kids would go through hardships because their parents are capable of supporting them throughout their lives. Also, if support is necessary, no parents would have to beg for it because their children would willingly give it since they've learned to care sincerely. Society would be less hypocritical that way. So, should you financially support your aging parents? That's a choice only you can make, and no one should judge you for it. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and click subscribe.